Fred, what exciting thing just happened?
Miss Began texted my mom saying that she will be at the library Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she got the next book in my favorite series, and she's gonna leave it out at the front of the door at the library for me. And I'm gonna go up there and grab it.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. I need to turn the...
What? Why is it that you're always in bed when you call me?
Alright, well, you guys need to do your schoolwork and then you guys can chat.
Well, the thing is that it's not due until March 23rd.
We're not using that as an excuse.
But I will get it done today.
You do what's posted today, this morning. Because what is today?
Friday.
And that is what?
My birthday.
What?
My birthday.
Look at me.
My birthday.
So we have other things to do besides school. So I need you to roll through the morning a little quickly. Okay. So today's Friday, and we've had Honey Bunny for almost a week tomorrow. And I thought I'd kind of go through our morning routine with you. Bunnies like routine. They kind of thrive on routine. Here's her cage when we get up in the morning. Kind of yucky. Now, we did buy a litter box before we got her, and it was supposedly a large litter box at the pet store. But I asked him, I'm like, do you have anything bigger? Because, you know, rabbits are not little. I mean, they're not little. And they didn't. So I did order one that's quite a bit larger, and it should be here today or tomorrow, I believe. But I did have a cat litter pan that we had just purchased recently and hadn't used. So that's what I've been using with her. Now, she is a year old and she comes from outdoors. So she has never been a house bunny before. So we're teaching her a whole new thing, but rabbits are such creatures of habit that it's not been too hard. The first 2 days, she pushed that little litter box aside and puddled under it. So we ended up having to have newspaper in that corner. And then when I found this bigger litter box in the other room, I'm like, I'm going to use that. We also went in the other day to the farm store and I bought her a bed box. I know she probably had one outside, probably exactly like it, so she would know what it is. But here's kind of our routine this morning. Oh, you pooed in your little bed too. They belong in there. They're supposed to potty in the box. scared, you know. She has a stuffed little squirrel that Fred gave her, but she's got some potty in her box here. Now I learned that rabbits like to eat when they're pottying, so we did order her a hay feeder that can go on the cage right here. But right now I'm just putting her hay in her bed, which is probably why there's little poopies in it. Because she's doing what comes natural, and that's eating and pooping at the same time. Her water and her food right there. And here's her bed. There's a carrot in there. I'm gonna put some more hay in there. So her cage is pretty large. So she can have all sorts of little space. Now I've been doing some reading. And basically, to litter train a rabbit, you just keep putting their potty back in the litter box. And by day 3, she began to just puddle in the litter box. So she's puddle trained. She's not puddled anywhere in the house. She'll go out and roam around and come back and puddle in her box. I guess it'll take a little bit longer to get her to keep her pellets in her box. But I've been a little leery at emptying the box, but it's starting to smell a little funky, so I think we'll just totally dump it today and start over. There should be enough residual scent within the box for her to understand, and that now that she's puddling only in the box, she should be fine with that still. I don't think she'll regress. But here's her sleeping box. It's got the hay in it. And we gave her a rabbit. We gave her a carrot last night, but she doesn't seem very impressed with it. She does like greens. We gave her some spring greens the other day, and she ate all those up. What's up, honey? She's bumping my arm. Hello. What are you doing? I have been leaving the door open of the cage just so she can roam around, and we did see some little presents in the dining room this morning, so I picked those up and put them in here. But I think she's gonna get it really quick. The litter that I have used in here is a newspaper-based litter. They say that that's the best because if they accidentally chew on some of it, it's not going to harm them. Unlike pine shavings. Pine shavings are not pet rabbit friendly. Now I do have this bowl of water for her. It's probably holds 2 or 3 cups, maybe 4. But I fill it in the morning and I fill it at night. I read that a 2 or 3 pound rabbit can drink as much as a 20-pound dog of water in the day. And usually every morning it's empty, so she's drinking a good 6 to 8 cups of water every day. Now, I do have fun things coming for her. I've got some chewy things coming for her and some treats. And I do have the new litter box. That's actually a corner litter box. So hopefully that doesn't throw her off at all. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Look at her, sweetie. And I have her hay rack coming. The hay comes like this, so it'll fit in a rack pretty well. And one of the things I read about bunnies was they like stuffed animals. Fred gave her this one. I don't think that's quite what they mean. It's not very big. But I was reading in one of the books, and one of the ladies had given her rabbit a stuffed animal and had looked in it later, and the rabbit was actually grooming the stuffed animal. So that way they don't feel quite alone. Now there's a couple of different theories on bringing in a second rabbit. It's our full intention to bring in a baby here in June because there's a litter in process, and she's just like her. But I've heard if you don't bring them in at the same time, then they become rivals. Like Honey will say, "This is my house and you are a stranger." But I'm hoping because it'll be a baby that there won't be that competition. And they'll both be females. We got the female. We used to have a male rabbit years ago, and he would chase my little dog around and beat him up. Somebody said that was because the male rabbit was taking dominance over my little dog, but I couldn't have him hurt my little dog, so he went to live in another house with other people. So this time when we tried this again, we were told to get a female so that she wouldn't beat up on my little dog. Poor little Maddox is 10 this year, so I don't know if he's really up to getting beat up by a rabbit. And he keeps coming to the door because he wants to know how come this kitty isn't playing. He plays with the cats and he's interested in her. And the other little cat has touched noses with her, but the other bigger cats just totally ignore her. They're just visiting. They're my mother's cats, and they're in process of moving into a new home. Not just the cats, the whole crew, Mom and the cats. Also, I don't know if you know this, but rabbit litter is what's called a cold manure. It's not like chicken manure or horse manure or cow manure, which are considered hot manures. If you take fresh manure from any of those other animals and put them on your garden, it will burn your plants and they will die. Too many nutrients, too hot. But the rabbit litter can actually go directly into your garden because it's a cold manure. That's a bonus on our little property, so that I have a place to put her manure, and also built-in fertilizer for the vegetables. Just so sweet. I wish I had those treats now. Here's a food. Want that? She's like, that's just a pellet. Get it away from me. That's just a pellet. Nothing special there. Alright, well, guess I better get on with the day. I have pizza to make. It's Fred's birthday. He's 13 today. Wow. Where's the time gone? What are you doing? Are you gonna go out and play? Are you gonna come out and play, huh?
Realize it was quite so big.
You watching?
Star Girl.
Star Girl.